All right. Hello, everybody. I'm Everett Dirksen, and with me is Brian Mahachik. We are with EJD Mahachik and talking about our Money Wrench project today, which is work for shop owners, heavy-duty mechanics, auto repair shops, tire, and stuff like that. And pleased to be joined with Troy James from AutoFluent. Troy, welcome here. We're glad to have you.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Yeah, so we're going to take a few minutes, Troy, and just let you talk us through what AutoFluent is, how it's helping people, how you're changing the world with what you're doing, and super excited to hear how you're going to benefit shop owners. So let's get right into it. Question one, tell us a little bit about AutoFluent. What is it, and how does it impact people?
Sure. So at its core, AutoFluent is a shop management system. And when you see shop management system, there's a lot of different things that might come to mind, but our system is really flexible. It's not made necessarily for someone who's, a quick lube shop or a tire shop or, maybe an aftermarket, four-wheel drive type trick out a truck type shop, but it fits all of those parameters depending on what the customer needs. It's one of the deepest shop management systems out there, and it's got incredible flexibility. So we have a lot of customers that come to us with very little computer skills. They may know how to fix anything, but they don't really know what to do. And fortunately for them, we have unlimited training. So not only for them, when they first get the system, and when I say unlimited training, it's built into the monthly cost of the system. There's no charge for it. But they can call anytime, not only when they first get the system, but maybe once they get comfortable and they decide they want to learn a different part of the system or they want to expand, which is very common, either opening new locations or just taking on new parts. We can show them how to do that. So they're not taking off a bite bigger than they can chew. It really works well that way. But we have customers from, tire and wheel wholesalers that are moving millions of dollars of product through their system every month to people that build NASCARs or do vehicle renovations, upholstery shops, golf cart repair, you name it. The system is really flexible that way.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, that training piece is amazing. We often underestimate or are uncertain about the weight of that on us, right? So as soon as we know somebody's got our back, it's like, oh, good. Yeah, I'm not in this by myself, right?
Right. And what's nice is it's one-on-one, and everybody has their different. We have some people that want training that already I'm thinking, what can I possibly teach them? They know so much. But then I have other people that really, can hardly turn on their computer. So we work with everybody's level of comfortability and work from there.
Love it.
Yeah, that sounds good. Hey, Troy, we got a lot of client, there's a big push going to the cloud, and we're really trying to work with our clients to utilize cloud-based accounting systems. Maybe give us a little bit of an idea on how your system ties in with something like QBO or Xero.
So first off, we currently do not integrate with Xero yet. I know there's been discussion, but QuickBooks Online, no worries whatsoever. And what's different about our integration compared to most companies is it's not a simple plug-in. A lot of the companies will say they have a QuickBooks integration, but the truth is it'll push the data into QuickBooks, but the accountant still has, it's kind of like the equivalent of having your groceries delivered to your house, where it's really convenient, but when everything gets there, you still have to put everything away. It's kind of the same thing with a lot of those accounting integrations. So when we set ours up, we actually have the accountant on the phone with us, and we do a GL account by GL account integration. It's a custom integration that can not only be expanded in the future as the business grows, but if they need to tweak things, once they get comfortable enough, they'll be able to make those adjustments themselves. So if they, like for instance, a company brings on a new line of, let's just say wheels they're going to stock, and they want to be able to track those separately, not only by sales and how they're doing over time, but also have those go to a specific place in QuickBooks. It's not an issue. It's really, it's a seamless integration essentially.
Okay. Cool. That sounds really good, because we really try to work with our clients to ensure that the two systems are talking to one another at all times. So if the integrations are there, that's a big advantage for sure.
One thing that's really helpful too is one of the owners and developers is actually an accounting guru. So when something comes in that's over my head or support's head, Glenn can get on the phone and nerd out with anybody and get the answers that they need.
Yeah.
Cool. That
Awesome.
sounds
What
awesome.
everybody needs is a whole room of accountants talking together. Love it.
Right.
Awesome. Okay, tell us a little bit about the customer experience. So, you know, everybody's concerned with cost sometimes, but really what we want to focus on is what's the return on that cost. That's an investment, right? Your program, we would
Sure.
say shop owners are investing in you or with you. What do they get out of that? What's the big deal? What's it help them with?
I would say they gain time mainly, and more flexibility. Well, same thing, flexibility with their schedule. But what it does is, you know, like I was mentioning before, you know, the mechanic who can fix everything. He's handwriting invoices. He's going online and looking up parts from for the vehicle. In our system, okay, for instance, the base system runs $95 a month US. With that, you can do invoicing, inventory management, vendor management, all of your reporting. But you figure a shop, let's say they charge $80 an hour for shop labor.
Yeah.
And so that breaks down where was I going with this? So looking up parts, for instance, in our system, we have Carfax built into the system. So when a customer opens up the parts interface, it automatically pulls that vehicle in every single time. And we even have an interface with a company called, which I was going to bring up later, called Parts Tech, that actually lets you look up parts from multiple suppliers at the same time. So instead of going in and, you know, just in one vehicle, that $95 a month, that's less than $5 a day. You're paying for that software in the first few minutes of opening your shop every day. And then everything on top of that is just icing on the cake.
Love it.
Yeah.
Perfect analysis. Love it.
Yeah, that's good. So, well, you've given us an intro to AutoFluent and given us some good information. What does the future hold for AutoFluent
Sure.
as we project ourselves out? We're right in the middle of this pandemic, and hopefully it's going to end soon. But what are some cool
Sure.
things AutoFluent's doing?
Well, yeah, over the last few years, we've been developing a web-based version that will be out in 2021. I do not have a date yet, but when it happens, our customers can either use the desktop version or switch to the online version. It's not going to be any price difference that way. But we did, along with that beginning of the development, start offering our system as cloud hosted. So it's still desktop based, but your database can be cloud hosted. So for our customers, they can access the system from the shop or from home, or for our mobile mechanics on the road. We're also about to drop one of the features our customers can get is a website where customers can go in and view their history, but we're also going to have it set up to where they can make online payments for their account. So you can really do that touchless interaction with your customer in these days when everyone is concerned about that. We also we have a mobile inspection app that is a precursor of the web-based version. It's called Auto Inspect. That allows you to go out, whether you're a mobile mechanic or just at your shop, greet a customer, take a picture of their license plate. Unless you're in Alberta, then you'd have to take a picture of the VIN barcode. But what that'll do is pull in the vehicle information. If the customer has been in before, it'll pull their information up. Otherwise, you can enter them manually. Do full inspections with photos and videos and notes and all the problems. And not only can you share that with the customer via email or text, but all that data gets pushed into the software. So if the service writer hasn't seen the vehicle yet, they can check out the inspection. They have now a knowledgeable view of what needs to be priced out for the customer, and it makes the integration seamless. Some of the improvements we're going to be offering with the web-based version, some of the things, better direct communication between technicians and service writers.
Nice. Yeah.
One thing that's not going to be at release with the web version, but I'm really excited about, is going to be called tasks, where you'll be able to set up every one of your technicians with things that maybe you have a specialist that does one specific thing, or you have people that have strengths in other things. You can set up a list of tasks and an importance of each of those tasks. And so not only will that technician have a list of what's assigned to them, but it'll be in the order that they need to be performed. So as soon as they're done and completed with one of the tasks, they'll say, this is the next task I need to go to. So there's no wasted movement. They can go from one thing to the next, and everything can get like a beautiful symphony, put together and completed successfully.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Love the smooth workflow. The video and stuff is inspiring trust in customers, different things like that. Those are some really cool things. coming out of there.
Yeah,
All right.
absolutely. When you're ahead of the curve with tech, there's just that inspired confidence that people know what you're doing. So that's really cool.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, that's it. We're out of time for today, but I want to leave you with Troy. If we want to get a hold of you, somebody wants to know about AutoFluent, what's going on, and the call with you. This isn't enough time to get into all the gory details, but it sounds like you're doing some fun stuff. How do they connect with you?
They can go to autorepairsoftware.com. That's one place, and they'll have all of our contact information, more details about the software there, or they can call us directly, 866-822-7797, extension 2. They can call anytime.
Awesome. All right. Well, I hope they do that. I hope that that helps some people out in understanding what's going on and how this works. So thanks very much, Troy, for being here with us today.
Thank you.
Again, I'm Everett, and Brian is with me, and we're excited to see auto shops improve and be better, and ultimately to have better lives. And so appreciate you taking the time today.
Absolutely.
And we'll talk again soon, I'm sure. So
thank you. Have a great afternoon.
All right.
Thanks very much.
Sure. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.